With that, welcome
Let's
to
get it
Over
on.
50 starting
Happy
over, everyone.
Friday.
I'm Barry Edwards.
And I'm Merle Garrison.
All right, we got a little bit, just a slightly different show for you today. Merle, I want to introduce all of the current event topics after your segment. I just thought about this a bit. We have a special personal upfront part of the episode. Why don't you take it away here?
Yeah, I want to turn my attention over to a very special person here today that we want to celebrate and love. Her name is Nora Kay Bunn, and she is really a little gift to the world that was given to us. Unfortunately, she passed away last week on March 6th, and Nora is the daughter of one of my favorite people in the world, Brent Bunn, and his wife, Janie. Brent and I worked together for some time, and just one of the most genuine guys you ever want to meet, with just a wonderful personality and great communicator. But they had this little girl named Nora, and I was introduced to Nora many months ago, and I've gotten to know her mostly online, but her personality supersedes anything. She is one of the sweetest and most genuine people as well. And I'm just going to read her obituary because they're having a memorial service for her today. And I cannot imagine saying goodbye. Nora Kay Bunn passed away on Thursday, March 6th, at the age of 7, with her loving family surrounding her. Nora was born on September 26, 2017, in St. Louis, Missouri, to Brent and Janie Torrance Bunn. She's survived by her beloved parents, Brent and Janie, brother Jack, and sister Reese, as well as her grandparents and quite a few other people in the family. Nora was a beautiful and perfectly made mix of sass and sunshine. She cared deeply for those around her, but she was also brave, confident, and fearless. She was not one to shy away from sharing her opinion or asking tough questions. She had a witty sense of humor and loved to make her family laugh. Nora felt deep love for Jesus, and Jesus was important to her. These Christian values carried over to how vocal she was about love of family, friends, God's creatures, especially cats, and being thoughtful and kind to others. Her best days were spent snuggling at home with her mom, dad, and siblings, on the playground with friends. Another happy place for Nora was her school, Christ the King. She adored her teachers, friends, and loved to learn. She was especially fond of a good pajama day in place of her uniform. She was a busy girl, involved in Girl Scouts, indoor and outdoor soccer, taekwondo, gymnastics, and track. She also loved taking tap, ballet, and jazz at St. Louis Dance Academy. In her spare time, she loved to swim and work out at the gym with her dad and sister. She also loved spending time at the family farm. The last year of Nora's life was unfathomably difficult. She was diagnosed with diffuse intrinsic pontine in March 24. DIPG is a rare, aggressive, and inoperable brain tumor that primarily affects children. Survival is 9 to 12 months, with radiation as the only standard of care to prolong life. Nora fought with the strength of a fearless princess warrior. Her parents traveled with her multiple times in the fall of 24 for a CAR T cell immunotherapy trial at Stanford University Medicine. The treatment was successful for a short time, but ultimately the tumor started progressing and her mobility began to fail rapidly. In the last months of her life, Nora would attend school in the mornings with her first grade class and then go to therapy at Rankin Jordan 3 to 4 times or days a week. During her time at Stanford, Nora dedicated or dictated her hospital experience to her amazing child life specialist, Joy, with the goal of publishing a book to inspire and encourage other children during oncology treatment. Nora became a published author in the fall of 2024 with her book, Sparkle of Love, about a brave and courageous unicorn named Heart Lover. The book is for sale on Amazon and to date has sold over 1,000 copies around the world. In between many doctor appointments, school, and therapy, Nora also fit in multiple book signings. Nora was preceded in death by her grandparents. Now, there's a visitation that was held yesterday, and there's a mass that's going to be conducted today in Nora's honor. And I am going to be attending that with my wife as well. And I understand that what is going to happen here at this memorial service is that Janie and Brent are going to eulogize her in the beginning of this, and her first grade class is going to be there, and they're going to bring up gifts, and each will have a flower, and this should be quite a beautiful event. We had a video that I sent over to you of Nora, and I don't know if you're able to pull that up or not, but this just really exemplifies her personality and what a beautiful personality she has. Did you have that, Barry?
Yes. Yes, I have it right here, and I just want to make sure I got the sound on.
Yeah, that's
And
important. Her
there we
her
go.
voice is important.
So, Nora Bunn, you're going to be 7 tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh my.
If you had advice for all those 6-year-olds out there, what kind of advice would you give a 6-year-old
Well,
about
they
life?
have to work hard in every sport they do and just be kind and brave by believing God and respect Him every day.
Wow, that's some really great advice. I don't think any adult could have said it better themselves. And at the ripe age of 7, what is your favorite food?
Well,
She's a performer.
chicken strips.
Okay.
Chicken
And what would you
strips.
say your favorite junk food is?
Oh. A Kit Kat.
Ooh, good
Kit
choice.
Kats, those are
How
good.
about your
I
favorite
love 'em.
fruit? If you had to pick one fruit to eat the rest of your life, Nora Bunn, what would that fruit be?
Banana.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good
And
choice.
Nora, what is your favorite cereal?
Honey nut.
And my last question for you, now that you are almost 7. If a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old is scared, what should they do?
They should call mom and dad to hold their hand.
I love that. That is the perfect answer. Call mom and dad to hold their hand.
Oh,
And everybody knows that Jesus is in your heart. Bye.
oh, God, is she adorable? Oh my God. I like that picture of Brent too. I look at him and he looks like every friend I've ever had, every good friend I've ever had.
He is a very solid dude, and just a great. I know he's a great dad, and Janie's a great mom. When the day that Nora died, Brent let me know that Nora was soaring like the eagle in heaven, and that she went peacefully with her arms open to the Lord. And one of the things is that you could see she was very, very active. And this particular disease affects a part of your brain called the pons, which is in your brain stem. And it has what it does is it mitigates the action of your thoughts and your physical movement. So in the end, little Nora wasn't able to be mobile anymore. It takes that away from you. So
Mm.
this is a disease that affects a third of the I think it was a third or maybe it was two-thirds of the I read it in here. Two-thirds of the child cancer fatalities or deaths are due to this particular
Wow.
very rare, fast-moving disease. And
Wow.
it's a tragic thing. And you know, Barry, you have to think about how do parents deal
No
with
idea.
something like this,
I
and
have no idea.
what kinds of conversations do you have with your children about this type of thing? This is something. And here Brent and Janie are going to be doing the eulogy today, and I don't know how you do that.
I
And
don't either.
I when I look at Brent and I see the strength that he is carrying through this and his wife, it makes me. You look at this little girl who's testifying about God, and apparently she was not afraid. And then you see the strength of her parents, and you think, I have to think, this is proof of God and his love and how he carries you through situations and gives you strength. And in situations like this, he seems to turn up his love light and cause other people to be able to bask in it. And I think that Brent and Janie are ambassadors of that love, and certainly Nora was.
Yeah, there's something to be said about I don't think any parent should outlive their child. And just biologically, it's not supposed to be that way.
No, it's unnatural.
And at 7 years old, that's
Mm.
that beautiful, beautiful girl, so full of light and life. This is it's an absolute tragedy. I do when I think about these things and we try to make sense of, we always try to find justice in this world. And if you
Mhm.
look at it from a spiritual, people can shake their hand at God and say, there is no God. Why would he allow this to happen? And there's one thought I've always had about that kind of question is, well, maybe this special soul is privileged to not to go through this tragic life that we lead. And we always look back with rose-colored glasses about all the good times, but life is hard. It's
It
very
is hard.
hard.
I've thought about this a lot, Barry, about how, you know, when we go to a funeral, we're always so sad for the person that's left us. And then
Yeah,
I started to think that maybe we should be sad for ourselves
for
because
sure.
that person is in heaven. Like
Put your money
they
where
don't
your
call it
mouth
heaven
is.
for
Yeah.
nothing, right? Like heaven. And we're here. We gotta deal with the IRS and
You go
snow.
straight to the IRS.
Sorry. It's just, you know, we gotta deal with a lot. Life is hard and there's sorrow and hardship and
Oh, so
frustrations.
much
And
sorrow and
there's
so
like
anxiety and
it's like you
fear.
get walking through a bunch
Horrible
of
times.
thorn bush paths, you
Just
know? I
when you
mean,
think life's
yeah,
getting great for you, it'll
yeah.
a curveball will be coming,
I
man.
mean,
And
it is that it's it. And apparently that's not how heaven is. And I see Nora there just running around and
yeah,
just, you know, being herself and just there's family there that's waiting for her that's there. I mean, uh, there's uh, there's a whole eternity of joy there. But
I want to throw something out. You and I talked about this last night. That I read this article from a woman that had a very profound near death experience. She wrote a couple books on it. I don't remember her name, of course. Do I ever? And but I always take away the important part. And to me, and I love near death experience stuff. I take in everything I can.
very
I did a
interesting. Yeah.
really nice 050 special a couple years ago with now is of course his name escapes me. Um, It'll come to me in a second. But my point to that is the commonalities between all of them across all of our cultures. Well, you're going to have to draw a line through the common denominator and realize that first of all, I firmly believe in the afterlife and a higher power. And we are described as going to this source of unconditional love. And this woman said that don't worry, you're not going to leave those behind, those you love behind. They're there as well. Jeez,
Yeah.
dude. I'll never forget that.
This is a bit of a mind-blowing thing that to think about, and the fact that God lives outside of time. I mean, that's really the premise of this whole thing is that, okay, God lives outside of time, and the Bible says that we're currently here on earth, but we're at the same time in heaven with God. How could that be?
Yeah.
And if
Yeah.
we live outside of time, then that can be. And it really it kind of reminds me of the movie The Matrix, which I watched again last week. And it's like you're in this reality, but is it reality? And
Right.
where reality really is, and you're in the Matrix. And this thing that you're having is almost like a dream, like
It's a
you're in a dream
construct.
state.
Hmm.
Exactly. It's a construct of your mind, or is it a construct of God's mind? What exactly is it? But the fact of the matter is that the concept holds that if a loved one were to pass, like Nora, that when she gets to heaven, her parents would also be there.
Hmm.
Because we live outside of time, as if time had already happened when you're outside of time. Kind of mind blowing.
It is mind blowing. I find it absolutely fascinating. I remember it's the special I did a couple of years ago was with Robert Ginsburg. He started studying the afterlife when he lost his daughter and then his wife.
Mm.
And he was featured in a special on Netflix. We did a really great special together. I do want to just pass on my condolences to the family. Very, very sincere condolences to your entire extended family and network of friends who I'm sure are all sharing in the sorrow. But know that she is with you, that she is eternal. And I want to mention that I'll put the link to the book from Amazon. You can purchase it at Amazon. I'll put the link in the show notes. So, not to be a shameless plug, but if you go to over50startingover.com, it will be there.
I also want
Our
to say
episode.
that the name of the book, Sparkle, what was it called
Sparkle
again?
of Love, and I'll put
North
this up on
Sparkle
the
of Love, and they are starting a foundation to support research for this particular form of
good,
deadly cancer.
good.
As it said in there, the only alternative is radiation, and there really isn't a lot of research going on, and it is a big killer. So it is called Nora Sparkle of Love, and they're going to be launching that this month. And this is one of those concepts, Barry, that we talk about as we go through these hard things that are impacting us. The best thing to do is turn it outward and help other people. And here was Nora
Yes.
doing that. She wrote a book
Yeah.
about
And
her
illustrated
experience
it. She also illustrated it.
because she wanted other little kids to not be afraid.
Oh,
Isn't that something?
yeah.
What a little hero
Yeah,
she is.
yeah.
And here's her father and mother doing the same thing. They're paying it forward.
Mm,
They're trying to help other people. What man, I wish everybody were like them. They
yeah.
are I just God bless you, Brent and Janie, and the rest of the family, the kids, Jack and Reese. This is I can't imagine what you're going through, but we're all with you here at 050. And by the way, Barry, there are a lot of people that are fans of this show
Oh, good.
that know Brent personally.
Oh, that's fantastic to know. I wish I had really great, important words to say, but you know what? I'll say something here that I know in the times of my biggest heartbreak that when people just reached out and said, I'm sorry, and maybe they can add, I don't have any other words, it means a lot.
It does. It really does. It's the only thing you can say, really, because there's
Yeah.
really, I mean, once I went through a tragedy like that, I realized that there's nothing anybody can say to make it better.
But it
Um,
helps to say, I'm just sorry. I feel for you.
Knowing, yeah, just seeing that they're there. That's
It means so
all.
much.
That's it. You don't even have to say anything. If you just go over to the person and just touch them on the hand,
Yeah.
that's
It's
I,
true.
I, I remember when my dad passed away, I remember seeing people, we made eye contact. I have no idea what they said. I just know that they were there, and
Yeah.
that's what was important.
I would even go as far as to say when I actually used to participate in Facebook, um, if you know, I remember when Bowser died, and just literally all the people that poured in, "Hey, I'm really sorry." Dog lover here too. I know how you feel.
Yeah,
I read all of those and thanked people, and it meant a lot. It
it
really
does
did
mean a
mean a
lot.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it comes down to this, Barry. It comes down to love. And really,
Yeah.
and we talked about this a little bit yesterday too, is that, when you think about this, the thing that endures in life is love. And
Yeah.
the most important thing, you can look at this little girl, Nora. She was just a ball of love, right? I mean,
Hmm.
look at it,
The
sparkle of
videos are
love.
great.
Oh, she
She
comes right out of the
glows.
video,
She
right? She jumps
glows.
right
Yeah.
into your heart. And
Yeah.
every time I would see her, I would get tears of joy in my eyes and just her faith. She
Yeah.
helped me with my faith,
Ah.
just seeing just how confident she was and is. And I should continue to say is because she's still alive. She's alive more than ever before,
Yeah.
more than even we are right now.
I believe that.
And it's sad, and at the same time, we've got to celebrate this little life. Look, 7 years. Look at all of the things that she did. All
Yeah.
the lives that she came in contact with. If you go to Brent's LinkedIn page, you'll see that the local college football team adopted her as
Oh my God.
and went they used her as inspiration to win games. Local bakery made this spice concoction like drink that they were serving and called it
Oh.
Nora Sparkle of
Oh.
Spice or something
Oh,
like
that's
that. I mean,
awesome.
she just lived this grand life all packed in 7 years. Look at all
Yeah.
the things she was doing. And,
Yeah.
the world, we got to witness that. And we're very blessed that we did. And so I just want to celebrate that because
Good.
we got to see such a beautiful thing. We're blessed. I'm blessed for that. But